You're right guys, it's Capgun Tom here and I'm back for another episode of Road to Glory, and today we will be continuing on with our England Euro team. And you can see here, just going into the trade pile, checking the items. We sold a couple of fitness cards that I got in bronze packs in the last episode. Anyway, you can see here our team, obviously almost there, almost full Euro squad. Two more positions to change, no, three more, sorry, two centre mids and the left back, and then we'll make some more improvements from there. Now some of you are saying, why don't you just spend all your coins now? You've got loads, this is boring. Well, if I spent them all now, then what would I do for the next 10 episodes? So you guys have got to, just take a chill pill and relax, and just let the team develop as it goes. Anyway, we go off into our first team. First game. We go against this 4-1-2-1-2 Serie A team. Very, very solid team. I hate playing against Serie A teams. I always build Serie A because it's so good. Anyway, we got lucky with the first goal, tackling the guy with Andy Carroll, and him putting it in low to the bottom left. Actually, he has a very good right foot considering he's a left-footed player, and I definitely recommend him. I mean, I never thought before this I would recommend Andy Carroll, but since I've started using him, I've actually really enjoyed him. Really good in the air, really good feet, definitely a player that you could put in your team and quite happily play with. Anyway, you can see there Walcott going through and getting our second goal for us, and it wasn't too bad actually this game. It was I thought it was going to be a lot more difficult than it was, and you can see there a bit of skill from Ashley Young and a goal from Andy Carroll after he passes it through, so not too bad a goal, to be honest. A lot of you were saying that I was very sweaty in the last episode. Now generally I try not to score too many sweaty goals, but occasionally when you're behind or you're struggling, you do need to take all the opportunities you can and make sure you get those goals, because otherwise you will lose games. And I'd rather win games sweatily than lose them with loads and loads of style and not much else. So you gotta believe there's a balance somewhere in there. Anyway, he actually comes back, 2 goals in quick succession from Mikeli and Cavani. Really bad defending from me on both of those goals. Really should have done a lot better. But obviously I was making mistakes. But fortunately we did hold out until full time for the 3-2 win, which was pretty cool. So yeah, not too bad a result. Anyway, we head back into the arena. We see that we've sold something out of our trade pile. I did buy another bronze pack just so that I could get some contracts for a couple of players. And you can see that we sold this guy called Hines straight away. Anyway, we go off and make our first signing of the episode, and it's a pretty big one. So, you guys that were hating in the last episode, shut up, because here's Steven Gerrard, one of the biggest players for England. So, obviously we go off and put him into our team. I switch him out for Casimir, who had no contracts, just because I wanted him to play on the left side so that I could cut him with his right foot and maybe score some long shots. So definitely want to think about when you're choosing which side you want to put your players, because you could get a chance full to them that you could score with from a long distance. So you need to be on the right foot. Anyway, we go off into our next game to try out Steven Gerrard. Go into this 4-3-3, what is pretty much all Atletico Madrid players. I mean, it's got a couple of other players in there, but no one really of note. And he was actually a very good player. I really struggled against him. You see there John Terry making a massive mistake and his player having absolutely miles of space. I don't think I've ever had that much space when I've been through on goal before. So to see it, against me, I was kind of shocked. Anyway, we did manage to make a bit of a comeback, a bit of a scrappy goal here. Ashley Young tackling and Andy Carroll jumping on that loose ball to put it into the back of the net to equalise. It was a bit of a slow game from that point. We didn't get any more goals until the 72nd minute when Jolie and Lescott jumped up from the corner and headed in, and celebrating well by sliding into the net. And there were a couple more goals. Really wasn't all that many nice goals in this episode, but you can see here Andy Carroll again in the space, and a first time finish from him. Really, really nice goal. So pretty good work from Andy Carroll there. And this was probably the goal of the episode, or maybe just this game. A really nice shot from Parker from miles out. Now people were saying Parker's rubbish in the game, but I would say anything but. He is really, really good. I really enjoy playing with him. So to those people who are negative about him, maybe you should try him out a bit more before you start saying stuff about him. Don't talk about my boy. Anyway, he did get one back in the 90th minute, but it was too late for him. We were 4-2 up at that. We were 4-1 up when he scored, so the end result was 4-2. So a pretty nice result for us in that game. So yeah, what can you say? That guy got pooed on. Anyway, we've obviously got to go back to the arena, got to make another signing for this episode. I try to make as many signings as I can to make it more interesting for you guys, so I hope you do appreciate that. James Milner here getting brought up and being popped into our team. Obviously, Whitehead has to go. He's not even in the Euro squad, so he was obviously the one that was going to get switched out. So we put Milner in, obviously in our right formation, got it for 1,200 coins, which isn't too bad, considering he'll discard for 600 even if we can't sell him. So he's in a good formation, so I can imagine I'd sell him for about the same anyway. Anyway, we go into our very, very last game, and we come up against this 3-5-2 team, and I know how good 3-5-2 teams are. I mean, that Dutch squad that I made was 3-5-2 in the last 10 episodes of Road to Glory, and it is a very difficult team to beat, or difficult one to break down, and those non-rare Barclays Premier League teams are absolutely amazing. So you know, it was a very, very tough game. You can see here he actually equalises. Sessegnon, who is probably one of the best players I've ever played with, getting a very nice goal there from just on the edge of the box. And unfortunately, that is how the game ended. I mean, there was just no more action in that game. That's just how it ended. So yeah, that's the end of the episode, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please leave a like if you could. That'd be amazing. And I will see you all next time.